what's up everyone? I'm here at the Optimus Studio in Los Angeles, and we're here for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal event. Check it out. All right, I am here with Ben and Joe. We are talking Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer. Guys, thanks for taking some time to talk to me today.
No problem, mate. We're glad to be here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Today's event, this is kind of a cool thing. The game doesn't come out for a couple of months still, but here we are. There's a presentation. We're seeing the game. We got hands-on with the game. Tell me a little about what's going on here.
Well, we wanted to bring you guys out for this presentation because, I mean, I think I can speak for the both of us when I say it. We are excited. I can't wait for you and everybody else to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing for us. We work in kind of like isolation for 3 years making this game, and we're just chomping at the bit to share it. And we're just so tight-lipped. So when we finally get to do these events, we get to let people play, but we also get to talk to people about what we made and how we made it and why we're proud of it. So it's a big moment for us, right? It's the culmination of a lot of hard work.
So Modern Warfare is a soft reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise. What does that mean?
Well, for me, from the weapons point of view, especially with the gunsmithing system, it means just respecting the nostalgia, because obviously there's weapons that players have always loved and they want to see them again, but also improvement and trying to improve it in every single way. And that's both means introducing whole new platforms, whole new gameplay, whole new ways of customizing through Gunsmith, but understanding that there is pedigree there.
Yeah, and I mean, I can talk a little bit to the campaign side. It's a reimagining, right? Price is in the game, but it's a different actor, it's a different voice, and it's kind of like we wanted to start over, start fresh, but we wanted to keep the game familiar. You know, we have a lot of returning weapons, but we also wanted to have new weapons in the game that are now standard issue for the military or that were just introduced. And we kind of applied that throughout the whole making of the game, making it multiplayer and single player and Spec Ops, is how do we be true to the original, but how do we push the franchise forward?
So speaking of what you've created, a lot was shown off today during the presentation. Tell me some of the things that were revealed during your presentation today.
I mean, one of my favorite things that we introduced was night vision gameplay, and it's a new way to play Call of Duty. We have a set of maps that are very, very dark, and you actually use night vision goggles combined with an infrared laser to work through the map, find enemies, and aim at them and shoot them. But the cool thing is that the infrared lasers, they're only visible when you're in NVGs, but other players have those as well. So it creates this cat and mouse gameplay where you're kind of trying to decide when do you want to reveal yourself, aim and turn on your laser and fire at someone, or when do you want to stay hidden in the shadows and creep around?
It's the most customization, the most weapons, the most content that Call of Duty has ever had.
Yeah, this is taking, you know, a custom loadout to a whole new level, down to the very smallest details.
That was the plan right from the very beginning. Just look at all of our inspiration, look at tier 1 operators, look at, you know, people that just absolutely love firearms, and just give something for everybody so you can make the most gorgeous, the most badass weapons.
So tell me, what modes are people getting their hands on today?
Today we're playing a brand new mode called Cyber Attack, and it's a new mode. It's a one-life mode. It plays a little bit like Search and Destroy, and it was kind of our attempt to improve the Search and Destroy formula. And the differences are, instead of having one team that's attacking and one team that's defending, both teams are fighting over a central bomb. And once you grab that bomb, you pull it out, and you actually see a little heartbeat sensor on the bomb that'll tell you where enemies are. And your goal is to take that into the enemy's base, plant it, and if it goes off, you win that round. But a little twist, different than Search and Destroy, if the enemies defuse that, they can carry it back to your base. So it's kind of this tug of war, this back and forth. And the other twist in that is that we have the special revive mechanic, where a player is never out. So if somebody goes down, you can always go revive them. So one of my favorite things to do in that mode is I actually like to play team support. I like to sit back, and as my team pushes forward and guys drop, I hide. I let the enemies roll through, and then I go and I pick them back up. So if they take the bomb and they go plant it in our base, we're coming back full force to attack, and they have to decide, do they stay and defend, try and hold it down, or do they go out and start reviving people? Another thing we added is we added this realism mode, and it's not so much a mode as a modification on multiplayer. And what it does is it just simply strips away the HUD. All the visual feedback that you get from the HUD is gone away, and we increase the damage to people in the head, and so it creates this much more realistic, much more visceral experience. And what we found is you look at the maps in a different way, and you hear the game sound more thoroughly because you're not distracted by the HUD. So it's this really, really interesting way to play Call of Duty.
Okay, one last question for both of you. What's your favorite weapon, or I guess it's difficult to say what's your favorite loadout because there's so much you can do. But if you're building your weapon, what are you building?
My favorite weapon in the game, it's tough to choose, but I really like the over-under shotgun. And the reason I like that is in Gunsmith, I can kick that weapon out in a couple different ways. I can throw a long barrel on it and a choke, which tightens the spread of the pellet distribution, and then I can put a sniper rifle on it. And I can make this thing to kind of like a really long-range precision shotgun. But then I can take it into Gunsmith and I can cut that barrel down, just cut it all the way off, and I can cut the stock off, and I have this little stub nose shotgun, over-under shotgun, that I can then run a gun, and in doing so, and cutting those pieces off, the weapon actually allows me to run faster. I'm not carrying as much weight, and so I get this like really unique gameplay. And then with that weapon, because you only have 2 shots and you need to reload, it's this power weapon all built around risk reward. So that's my favorite gun that we have.
Awesome.
My favorite weapon is also one that I'm terrible with, but it's for the style points. 6-shot revolver. Normally comes stainless steel. I put long barrel on it, put a little sight on it, matte black. That's how I run.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Thank you, mate.
We just heard from the devs on all things Modern Warfare. The game is looking incredible. We even saw the reveal of the trailer. Now, though, we are going to go inside and check out what everyone is really here for. We're going to get hands-on with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'd like to thank our friends at Activision for inviting us out to this incredible event and for allowing me to be one of the first people to get hands-on with Call of Duty Modern Warfare's multiplayer modes. All right, if you want to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, make sure you pre-order it right now. The game comes out October 25th.